So your brother made that decision.
Yeah, my brother Khalil.
Choose the faith. Khalil, he made that decision to go.
Yeah, to go to the mosque and become a Muslim.
Okay.
So that left me, Jesse, and TC.
Mm-hmm.
So I suggested to them, I said, yo, well, since Khalil made that major decision, what if I bring Mercury along to fill it? Now my cousin K1 got locked up at the time, so I said, what if I bring Mercury along, man? Because me and Mercury gonna do harmonize and support some C's, and he can definitely hold a note when it comes to the singing stuff.
Right.
So I said, cool, because Mercury actually taught me how to rap, and I taught him more how to sing, hold the note, and all that.
Okay.
So it paid off. So,
right.
So Mercury came along. So it was me, TC, Jesse, and Mercury. Now on our way to the audition of Tommy Boy on Staten Island on our way to Manhattan, we bump into Trisco Pearson.
Yeah.
Now Trisco's in a group in Staten Island called Cook Corporation.
Okay.
Trisco's a little man in the group.
Right. I remember
Rick
that.
James voice.
Big voice though. Big voice.
Big voice.
Right.
Yeah. So their group broke up, and TC, my brother TC, said, "Yo, since their group broke up, Trisco, we about to go to this audition, man. You should rock with us, man."
He just happened to be on it.
Happened to be on the boat that day. So if Trisco wasn't on the boat, he probably wouldn't have been in the force.
Right.
But he happened to be on the boat
that was
day.
meant to be.
It's meant to be.
Right.
So Trisco said, "All right, man, I come with y'all, man. Bet." Trisco was all happy. So all of us came, and Dr. Rock was on the boat also, the DJ. He said, "I'm going too." So he came along. So we went to Mr. Magic's house, or Mr. Tommy Boy's house. Mr. Magic noticed there was more people there than it was when he first met us on the boat. He said, "Why there's extra people here?" So we just had to explain to him about what happened with Khalil. He said, "Okay, you guys can still sing and everything, right?" Yeah. So we sung for him, and then he says, "Yo, and we can rap too." And me and Mercury got into our rap routine. Go sip C's, Zip Stevie D, Mercury. And Magic said, "Stop it right there. Are you telling me you guys are the Force MCs from Staten Island? The guy Mighty Mike C was telling me about?" I guess so. We were the only ones from Staten Island.
Okay.
He says, "Holy wow. And you're Dr. Rock?" Is he? Yeah, them Dr. He's like, wow. So Magic was looking at, man, we got two groups in one.
Right.
So Tommy Boy was so impressed and blown away from what we did, the R&B and the hip hop. He said, "I want to sign you guys right now.
Right.
I want to get I want you guys to be signed to me by next week, pretty much." So that's what the major question was, okay, what are you gonna call yourself?
Right.
You said you guys are Force MCs and you guys are LDs. So what are you gonna call yourselves?
Right.
So this is how the name Force MCs came. Now LDs, if you remember earlier, I said it's for Lundy's and Daniels.
Right.
For the nephews and his uncle.
Got you.
Okay. With Mercury and Trisco joining into the group now to take Khalil's place, Pearson and Nelson, they have different last names from LDs.
Okay.
So we could not use that no more because we didn't want to leave their last names
out. Right.
So Mercury suggested, yo, why don't we just use Force? Force can cover everybody's last name. But we said, well, what about MCs? So we said, well, let's take the C off and put the D from LDs to make it seem like, since we can rap and sing, musical diversity.
Wow.
Force musical diversity. And he was like, yeah, what the hell? Yeah, that sounds good.
So y'all heard it, Force MDs, you know what I'm saying, made that change, music diversity.
Yes.
So for all y'all people that's been living on another planet, the MD stands for music diversity.
Yes, because we are very versatile with the singing and stuff.
Versatile.
Yeah. So right then, it started the whole deal of now. How we became with the Letterman sweaters, man. It was a
iconic.
Iconic. Yeah. It was a Frankie Lyman and the Teenagers album cover laying on Tommy Boy's desk. And TC, my brother TC's him and Trisco actually a hardcore doo-wop fans, explosions, they like all the doo-wop stuff. It was deeper in it than we were. And Tommy Boy said, "Oh, you guys know about Frankie Lyman?" Because TC was holding an album cover. He said, "Hey, what you know about Frankie Lyman?" "Oh man, he's dope. He was Michael Jackson before Michael Jackson."
Yeah.
Maturity in his voice at a young age.
Right.
And we was we all going over. He said, Tommy Boy's like, "Hey, I got an idea, man. Won't you guys be like a doo-wop hip-hop version of them guys?" And all we was thinking about, we gonna be on TV and it's gonna be played on the radio? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah,
that's all we wanted. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
so
it.
He actually went to the point, put instead of the T's as the teenagers, Frankie Lyman and the teenagers, he put them as F's for force.
Mm-hmm.
And he said, oh, I'm gonna dye your hair like them too. He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa. Pause. He ain't dying no hair over here.
Yeah. But we end up doing it because we was like, yo,
Okay.
if this gonna get us on the radio or on
Yeah.
TV, let's do it. So they dyed our hair. We had the little waves in our hair like doo-wop guys. So
was this for just for shows, or was this for an album cover?
This
or
is
single?
This is for our image coming out as a group.
Oh, for the promo pictures. Just
right,
for the promo pictures.
Yeah,
Okay.
we got promo pictures with the Letterman sweaters on.
Right.
And then that's when we cut the first single, Let Me Love You.
Was that when y'all had the blue?
No. Let Me Love You had the white with the blue F's.
Right, with the blue F's. Right. Okay. Yeah, I had it. Y'all was on Tommy Boy? Your first label was Tommy Boy.
That was Tommy Boy. We went to his house.
Yeah, I had my DJ set in my basement. You know what I'm saying? My mother bought me $1,000 worth of DJ equipment. You know what I'm saying? 2 turntables, 2 Technics, a Numark mixer, and 2 speakers, Gym Sound. And I used to be cutting up Let Me Love You. Let me love you.
Yeah.
Let me love you. Yeah, I was doing all that, but go ahead.
Yeah, man. Jesse actually came up with that hook. Jesse. He made it when he was in California. Before he made it, he was out there doing Michael Jackson in California. He took the bus all the way to California to Venice Beach and started doing Michael Jackson's because he's really
by himself.
Yeah, by himself. He was so obsessed with Michael Jackson. He wanted to see their house. He went out there to try to see their house.
So this wait a minute. This was after y'all was signed?
No, this is before we got signed.
Oh, before you. Okay.
This is like a couple of months before we. This is after this. No, this is before Mr. Magic seen us.
Okay.
So he went to California, made that trip out there. So he came out there and said, yo, man, I made this melody. I was in California, man. It goes this, let me love you in the sunshine. Let me hold you, baby. He's like, that's catchy, man. That's catcy, man. For real? Yo, let's do some harmony with it. We started practicing harmony with it. And next thing you know, we all just,
yeah.
Why is it blurry like that?
Yeah, I don't know. Hold on. Let me see. What's going on here? All right, there we go. We back. Little technical difficulty, but we good.
Okay.
You know? So yeah, we're singing and
Start it again, man.
it's refocusing or whatever, but we good. You know what I'm saying? First podcast, y'all. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? We getting to it. We getting right to it. You know, let me put this out. Maybe it's focusing on the flame or something. Who knows?
Yeah.
You know, taking it off, okay?
Yeah, man.
So we're going back to that.
Yeah, so Let Me Love You was the first song we recorded. Executive produced by Mr. Magic. Marley Marl was there in the studio with us before Marley Marl became a famous producer.
Okay.
He was just Mr. Magic's DJ. He was in the studio watching us make.
Right, he was under Magic.
Yeah.
Right.
So we're all nervous when they says, okay, man, the song is finished. We're gonna give it to Magic to play on the radio. And man, when that record dropped. Me and Mercury's at these girls' house telling them, we made a record called Let Me Love You.
Yeah.
They didn't believe us. And next thing you know, it came right on the radio as we were speaking to these girls.
As you were speaking.
And we almost just jumped through the roof, man. We were so excited. That's our record. Yo, that's our record.
So were y'all still in high school at the time or y'all finished? Y'all was
finished
done?
high school.
Okay. So
it was like 18, 19 at this time.
Okay, so the talent show that y'all first did, and you said it was a bunch of other singers up there, the lady with the limp or whatever.
Right.
Were there any groups or any singers back then that made it from the talent show? No, nobody.
No, not that we know of. No, we didn't see. But it was a group from Brooklyn that was really good there, but they never made it.
They never. Okay.
So that right there, when Let Me Love You came out, we did not know that it was gonna get played that much on the radio. It's impossible to know. We just didn't believe it.
Everywhere,
man.
bro. It's I know we was rocking it in Brooklyn. I was rocking that joint in the block parties. Like all the DJs, it was all on the radio. Let Me Love You was it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that really like we was like, oh my God, like this is really, you had people access for autographs. We wasn't used to that stuff. Like Let Me Love You came out, and then Tommy just said, yo, it's time to get back in the studio. They gotta make some more records, man. That's Me Made, Forgive Me Girl, Tears.
So, Let Me Love You, the first single, where did that chart, where did it go on the charts?
It only went to like 43 on the charts.
Okay.
It didn't really hit that big all around. It hit some areas hard, but didn't hit around the country because people didn't really know us shit. They were still getting to know us. Okay. So then, Tommy Boy released it, Forgive Me Girl. Forgive Me Girl was on side A, Tears is on side B.
Ah.
I'm saying?
So Forgive Me Girl was released first. and then Tears second. But even though they was on A, B side, but
Yes.
which single did y'all release second?
Forgive Me Girl.
Forgive Me Girl.
Forgive Me
okay.
Girl. Because they flew us to London to make a video for Forgive Me Girl. A free video.
Okay.
We had to pay no money, so we had to fly all the way to London. That was our first time, all of us first time ever on a plane.
Okay.
Flew to London, did the video, came back to the States. And we had to do a little promotional tour out there too, promoting Forgive Me Girl. Came back to the States and then Forgive Me Girl started playing on our radio. But when you got the calls from all the radio stations all around the country, more stations were playing Tears, the B-side. And Tears ended up being the big hit.
Right.
Our first top 10 hit was Tears.
Yeah.
So Forgive Me Girl and Let Me Love You both went into the low 40s. But Tears went to number 5.
Okay.
Number 5 on the charts.
Okay.
Man.
Okay.
That's when they teamed us up with New Edition to go on tour.
Now, what was that like? Like basically, touring with the group New Edition, like some little kids, like y'all teenagers or whatever, but these guys are, they just entering teenagehood.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I know for a fact that, a lot of their signature moves and style came from y'all. Did they get that from being on tour with y'all, or did they just take credit for it later on? Because I remember one move in particular where y'all do this and y'all spin around with y'all legs up. You know what I'm saying? When you do this, and that's known. That's a known Force and D's move. I've seen that y'all do that first.
Right.
So
okay. Well, we pretty much made our own steps up. New Edition, of course, had Brooke Payne, who's a great choreographer. He used to do that before he got with them. He's a choreographer and made their steps look a lot like Temptation-ish. And they was real tight with their choreography.
But that move that I'm talking about, do you know which one move I'm talking about? Okay, do you know that they did that? That's one of their signatures where they got that move. They put their foot down and they going around in a complete circle with their hands up.
Yeah. We definitely did it.
Okay, so y'all pioneers for that. You know what I'm saying?
But those days, I said New Edition until we did 3 major tours with them, and at that point it wasn't that many groups out, so us and them was like really highlight all around the country. And
so it was just Force and D's and New Edition.
Yeah. It was other groups, but we were the most.
Y'all were the headliners.
Exactly.
Right.
They was New Edition was headlining.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm saying we were the most popular groups out of that time.
Because y'all had the hits too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we gave a real run, man.
Okay.
New Edition's like bigger than life now, but back then in the 80s, lower 80s, we gave them a real run, man. And they heard it. They heard it from the management. Yo, these guys are outdoing you guys. There was a lot of that, man. But, we did it as friendly competition. And
right.
It's going to end too. But we both was hungry. Both groups was hungry. They was more patterned as like Jackson 5.
Right.
Sound like them, Ralph like Michael, Ricky like Jermaine. They said it's more patterned. And we had it all. We had Jesse as Michael Jackson.
Right.
Right.
TC I remember that.
Yeah.
Right.
TC as Smokey Robinson.
Right.
Driscoll, Rick James.
Yeah.
We had a lot
y'all
of.
Y'all had it all covered. Y'all dancing, all the singers, all the
hip-hop,
different character voices or whatever.
Beatboxing.
So, let me ask you something, Wallet. So, as far as the dancing, okay, you described that or whatever, and you said now during the live shows, and what was the difference between doing the live shows as far as y'all steps and then doing the video, steps or whatever? Did y'all just freestyle the moves on y'all dance moves on video, and did y'all have choreography at all? You know what I'm saying, on stage, on tour, or whatever.
Videos is more on tours, more choreographed.
Okay.
Because you got the live band with the hits, bam, 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 all that.
So y'all did a lot of rehearsal, with the bands and stuff.
Band,
okay.
The video is just more like little soft steps, just to get the record out there.
Okay.
And but the tours was really it was grueling rehearsals with the band, because your band got to lock in with you, and you got to have a tight band. Going up with New Edition, and they had a tight band, so our band was real tight too. So we made sure we had.
So y'all had separate bands on tour?
Yeah, man.
So, bands. On the business aspect, because people need to know about this, in the business aspect, I mean, it was a different time and era, because, such artists as myself and other artists, fellow artists that I know from way back then, from back in the day, I ain't gonna say way back then, but back in the days, we did it more out of love, the music, because we just wanted to be heard, you know what I mean? We just wanted to be on stage and do our thing.
Right.
And I'm sure it was like that for y'all, but the business aspect of the game, what was it like to you know, to split the money with so many different members of the group, and then the band.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Then you had your manager. I mean, did y'all see?
For the hotels.
Did y'all get y'all just do, or did y'all get jerked, or?
No, we didn't get jerked when it came to, you know, we just, at that time, we wasn't making near, we just now finding out, like, years later that New Edition was getting jerked just like we was. Like, we wasn't, it just, nobody was really making no real money.
Right.
It was all big for show.
Right.
Nobody was making no real money, you know.
The labels.
Yeah, man. You know, but we just, it was the fun and excitement being on the road, man. More, you know, we would love to have came home. Yo, I got my Rolls Royce,
Right,
you know, my Mercedes, but you know that never
yeah.
really happened. You know, we never really got no big royalties from, you know, Tommy Boy back then, man. It happened to a lot of acts back in the '80s. Contracts wasn't, you know, a lot of stuff, you know, it was real in-house type of thing back then. But you know, it got us known.
Right.
That's the best thing I look at. It got us known, and we're still working to this day. Just
so after Forgive Me Girl and Tears, right, I noticed that a lot of the songs TC was doing a lot of the lead, right, and then you had, you know, you would come in, you know, Jesse would come in, you know, everybody would come in and do different parts or whatever, but mostly especially like after the videos, like everybody would split, and then TC would be standing there at the end of the video with a lot of the videos. Now, was that y'all idea to mainly focus on him, or was that the label's idea?
That was,
and I think I know the answer to that, but
okay, I'll tell you exactly what it was. Okay, when we first got to Tommy Boy, Jesse was the more hyper dude, like Bobby Brown.
Yeah, I'm about to step into that, because people call him the Bobby Brown of
the Force.
The Force.
Yeah. Jesse's a gre's a great vocalist. Mm-hmm. They gave him a shot. I just wanted to just think of the records now. The first record was a duet vocal with TC go, can't believe it's real. Falling for this guy, all of this, nothing but Jesse. Tell me this can't be. They went back and forth. Jesse, TC went back and forth. But when TC did that part on Let Me Love, you're part of every step and every move I made.
Yeah.
Robin Happen, who was Tommy Boy's wife, who produced a lot of our earlier songs. She produced all the Tears, the Here I Go Again. It's a white woman who produced this. Just had soul. Yeah, people think it's a black person.
What?
A white woman produced all these. Couldn't Care Less, all that. Tommy Boy's wife produced these records.
Y'all hear that?
Yes, in her house, in their house.
Okay.
So when she heard TC's voice, with that, you're butter, like going to his upper range falsetto, she said, "Wow, TC, you have a great falsetto." We didn't know the word falsetto meant at the time. Like, really? We just like the Smokey Robinson voice. We call it the Smokey Robinson voice.
Smokey Robinson
voice.
voice.
And he said, "Yeah, so you got a great falsetto." That's great. She said, "We're gonna do a ballad the next time." TC, I want you to use your falsetto. Now, Jesse was more the Michael Jackson, trying to sound like Michael Jackson.
Right. Even dancing like him and stuff. I remember that.
But TC's falsetto was just cut through the whole paper.
It was different.
Yeah,
it was different.
It was different. That's the one that went to top 10. Like, boom. It was like, I think we found our niche right here.
Okay.
Forgive Me, Girl, and Let Me Love You just went mediocre. But when Tears came out, it went right to top 10. So I think we found the formula. So that's why Tears came out, and Here I Go Again. But the tricky song that we had was Itching for a Scratch.
Remember that? Itching for a scratch.
That song was much bigger than Forgive Me, Girl, and Let Me Love You.
I went bananas on that song on the turntables. I'm telling you, I went bananas on Itching for a Scratch. I'm telling you, I was back spinning, turning around behind my back. Man, listen, man. Dr. Rock was y'all dude, but in my mind, in my basement, doing my thing, I was Dr. Rock. You know what I'm saying?
That became a big hit for us. Bigger hit than we thought. Like, I mean, they loved it all around the country. Went to like number.
Funny song too, by the way.
Crazy. That's a song that we showcase some of our. That's the song we showcase some of our improv. Michael Jackson.
You fans out there, I want y'all to go and listen to Itching for a Scratch. And listen to the vocals, because believe and trust and believe that these vocals on Itching for a Scratch, you know, it's funny. You know what I'm saying? Iconic song, you know what I'm saying? Iconic song, facts, but
yeah, that's what the James Brown, the Michael Jackson,
right,
T, all
right,
that.
right,
Yeah, so
right,
that was definitely
right.
a song that definitely shook. So after Itching for a Scratch became a huge hit, and plus it got us in this movie called Rapping. That
Rapping.
yeah, we performed it in a movie called Rapping, and then they had the movie Crush Groove come out.
Right.
Now,
1984 or 5? Was that
85?
85, right.
Yes.
Okay.
So Crush Groove comes out also.
Mm-hmm.
Now Crush Groove wanted us to be in the movie at 1st,
Mm-hmm.
but Russell Simmons changed it and says, "Yo, we're gonna put New Edition instead of the Force MDs because New Edition's a bigger group.
Mm-hmm.
They could bring all their teeny bopper fans,
Right.
and just make this."
He's thinking about marketing more than
marketing.
anything.
Yes, exactly.
Right.
So he says, but we can put the Force MDs on the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And what people don't know, what I just recently found out not too long ago, that Tender Love was supposed to go to New Edition at first.
Oh.
But it never happened. They had label complications that couldn't do it. So
Sounds they could have pulled that off too.
Yeah,
now I think about it. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, they never really got a chance to do it. That's why they came out with a song called "Helplessly in Love" later on. You know, they cataloged "Helplessly in Love." But
Okay.
"Helplessly in Love" is a song with a piano, like kind of like "Tender Love," but you know, it's "Helplessly in Love." But it
didn't do as well. It didn't even come close. Right.
So they says, "Yo, we're gonna get a song with the Force MDs. Let them do it, man. Since New Edition can't do it, they says we're gonna get to the Force MDs." We did it. It took us 2 hours in the studio to do it. Jesse was like, "Yo, man, it needs a beat." Tell her Jam and Lewis, "This needs a beat, man. You gotta have some kind of drum tracks and beat it." And he was like, "No, Jesse, leave it like that."
So Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis at this time, they were producers for Tommy Boy.
No, they were producers for
a lot of other different artists.
Yeah. They had I forgot the label. They produced SOS Band and all.
So how did that link between Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis? How did they get to y'all to even produce that song?
Because they was helping with the soundtrack.
Okay.
Groove.
Okay.
They were just producers they picked to help the soundtrack
Right.
because of all the stuff they did. Tell me, all the SOS Band. They wanted a nice ballad. They thought they could do a nice ballad.
Okay.
And they came to Tender Love, and they came to us, man. We knocked it out. Jesse thought it needed drums, but Jam and Lewis was like, "Nah, man, it's good without the drums, man. It's gonna be a big hit. I'm telling you, without the drums." And they proved Jesse wrong, man. It became a monster hit. Man.
Okay.
We was even shouting, "Hey, blow up like this," you know. We still on tour with New Edition at that time.
Salute to the hits back then, but yeah.
Still on tour with New Edition at the time, and that was Jam and Lewis's first pop crossover pop record.
Y'all hear that?
Yeah, first. All the SOS Band stuff, all that stuff you heard.
I think you heard it here first. You might have heard. You probably heard rumors, but now you heard it here first. Jimmy Jam's first crossover mainstream hit was by the Force MDs.
That's
you heard
right.
it from Stevie
Tender
D.
Love, yeah. Janet Jackson, everything else followed after Tender Love. New Edition, Alexander O'Neal, Human League, whoever they had, Boys and Men, all followed after Tender Love.
Right.
That's factual facts.
Facts. Yeah. So after Tender Love, well, I'm gonna back up a little bit. Basically, you know, TC was basically doing this thing as lead all the time, and everybody else, you know, whatever songs was made. This is what I looked at, you know, coming up in the videos and stuff like that. I didn't know, you know what I'm saying, what was going on business-wise or whatever, but I know how the labels are. Right. They focus on, you know, that lead singer. Right. But when they get that big hit, they say, no, we're going to just go with him. And they concentrate on that all the time, no matter how good the other guys sing.
You're right.
You know what I mean? So, I knew that Jesse left the group. Jesse left the group first.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Okay. Well, when, like you said, Tony Boy's picking TC, you know, he picked Jesse for songs too, but they just didn't hit. He had 1 + 1 equals. They had that. And, but they didn't hit. Trisco did make a hit, a pretty good hit. Right. I want to know your name. Yes. Yeah. Trisco did. Yeah.
Shout out, yo, R.I.P. Trisco, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, man, this guy, man, when he made I Want to Know Your Name, you know, at that time, you know what I'm saying, I was in the streets or whatever, but, you know, I'm driving my mom's BMW, and I'll pull up on the girl and I'm like, pimp, pimp, pimp,
Yeah,
pimp, pimp.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
I'm in my black BMW and I'll just pull up on pimp. I
Yeah,
want
yeah.
to know your name.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was doing my thing off of that, man. But
So
go ahead.
that definitely hit for Trisco.
Yeah.
And but they still kind of want to stick to TC more. They'll let Trisco, Jesse. I let a song on the first album. So I don't know if you heard the Chillin' album. You heard the album? We had the fur coats on. That's what Tender Love was on that album.
Okay. Yeah. Facts.
I let a song go.
Facts.
Will you be my girlfriend, baby?
Yeah.
Say yes. That's one of the songs I first
Okay.
let in the group. So they let us everybody get a little piece
Right.
of something. But TC
Right.
was the voice that hit.
Right.
His voice
Right. I remember that whole transition right there.
Yeah, because after Tender Love came out, Here I Go Again came out after Tender Love. So that became a hit. Here I Go Again. Now, Jesse's looking at this. Wow, man, everything TC touched is blowing.
It's his.
So Jesse, he's hearing stuff in the street and he's like, yo, Jesse, man, yo, man. He's like, no, man, even though it's my nephew, but I should be the. Jesse always felt he was Michael. We was the Jacksons.
Right.
This is the way Jesse felt.
Because I kind of like got like same thing with like Bobby Brown. Not to take nothing from New Edition to Bobby Brown. You know what I'm saying? No shade. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to New Edition. But I could see that when Jesse got his time to shine, you know, he took it all in, and it was like, okay, this is my moment.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? And
that's
the labels.
That's how Bobby was at New Edition.
And that's how Bobby was. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
man. He with Jesse is like we give him his shine, but he still felt they should let me sing this one. Let me sing this one. But Tommy Boy, they made the
label.
tough Monica. They made the decision like, yo, we're gonna let TC. Jesse was he had an ego at times, because he was good. But TC was more laid back, like, yo,
Right.
sure, you want me to do it? Okay.
You can see that. You can
Yeah,
see
you're
that.
real
You can
laid
see
back,
that. Yeah.
And Jesse just couldn't get what he wanted. He started turning to drugs a little bit. That's
Okay.
when he got caught into the first wave of crack.
Right.
And no one really knew
They didn't know the
what it can
ramifications
do,
of it or what it could do.
That's the
Right.
word. No one knew the ramifications of it. And Jesse just fell into that, just to be doing it. First he smoked it in weed, and he just caught him, headlocked him, and
So did he hide this from y'all, or y'all knew
he
it?
hid it for us at first, but we just noticed he kept getting a little thinner. Jesse,
Thinner,
I'm trying to
right.
make Michael, but you get really skinny, man. And then the next thing you know, the cats in the streets said, yo, man, Jesse's smoking, man. Jesse's smoking. And we had to go to him and approach him. Jesse, you smoking, man? No, man. Then we found out he really was smoking, and we had to try to get him off it. We didn't know. We thought you could just get off it like that, but we didn't know the power of it.
That's simple.
Yeah, it wasn't that simple at all, man. We didn't,
Right.
we didn't know the power of it, so that led into a big thing. That was because we was all over the second album with the Tender Love and Here I Go Again. Jesse was on that album. Then we had to make a really tough decision, man. Like, yo, this crack thing is crazy, man. Got Jesse losing weight, just all types of things going wrong with him. And we had to make a crucial decision, man. And we had to let him go, man. We had to let him go. That hurt it.
As a group, as a whole entity, y'all had to let.
We had to let him go,
Let
man.
him go.
Just for the strength of the group, man. We can't
Now,
let
was
one-
this a decision, like in a meeting with him there, or this is a decision that the label called y'all and was like, okay, y'all gotta let him go because he's on drugs and.
Yeah, we had a meeting amongst ourselves. Then we had a meeting with the label.
Okay.
So, yo, this is what we need to do. They looked at Jesse. Oh, he's a major talent, but if he's one man's not, that's so true. The thing is, one man's not bigger than the group.
Right.
So we had to make that decision.
So before y'all made this decision, when y'all had the meeting privately first,
Right.
you know what I mean? Did y'all speak like to like your mother or to relatives? Like,
Yeah.
can anybody?
Our
Did
relatives.
y'all have a family meeting first, like, or anything?
It was mainly the group, but then we started talking to my mothers, my aunts, because
Because it was basically hidden from the family.
exactly.
Right.
They knew. They heard it in the streets too.
Right.
They seen Jesse's appearance.
Parents start to
bad.
change,
Yeah.
right? Because it shows in the face
It
first.
shows in the face.
Right.
His cheekbones are sinking in and all that.
Right.
But it was a tough decision because we so used to him for his little kids, man. He's like little. We the uncles are growing up, and he's like, yo. But what happened was He got out the group
Mm-hmm.
and got so high on it. He just got so bad with the crack. A crack dealer told him, yo man, if you wanted some cracks, sell it to somebody. And the first person Jesse sold to was an undercover cop. They
Wow.
got arrested, did 3 years in jail, 2.5 years in jail.
Wow.
And so we had to continue on. The next album was Touch and Go.
So when Jesse was out of the group, it was just y'all didn't replace him. Y'all didn't add
just
anybody
four.
else. It was just
four.
four of y'all.
Me,
I remember
TC,
that.
Trisco, and Mercury.
Okay. Now, y'all went through a little time, but y'all did have another hit after that.
Two
more hits after that.
2 top 10 hits. We had Love Is a House and
Love
Touch
Is a
and Go,
House.
and Touch and Go.
Touch and Go. Now, I remember Love Is a House because the video was basically, was that the video like the Brady Bunch? Like,
Exactly.
okay,
Yeah,
talk
yeah,
about
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. They wanted
Talk
to,
about that.
They wanted to be a real colorful
You
video.
refill?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
They wanted to be a real colorful video, and something different from what we've been making. This video's us walking the streets and doing this,
Right.
sitting in front of a stoop. They wanted to have a little more brightness to the video, so
Mhm.
they did that. And we were actually we shot the video, went on tour with Madonna overseas.
Okay. Now let me pause that for a second. Y'all went on tour with Madonna. All right. Now Madonna was label mate with y'all, or
No, Madonna was a fan of our music. And she told
y'all hear that?
She said, "Yeah,
Madonna was a fan of the Force MD's music,
yeah,
and she invited y'all on tour.
yeah." How it happened was, she wanted Tommy Boy's whole label and staff to come to the premiere of her movie called "Who's That Girl."
Y'all remember that?
So we all got dressed up, all went to the premiere of her movie, and Tommy Boy came to our table where Madonna was sitting a couple tables down. And said, "Yo, you guys need to go sing some acapella to her, man. Let you know, thank her, just thank her for inviting us to the premiere, blah blah blah." So he said, so we huddled around and says, "Well, we got a song called 'Forgive Me, Girl.'"
Right.
So when we go to Madonna, we're gonna sing "Who's That Girl" instead of "Forgive Me, Girl."
Oh,
Just
okay.
made it up on the spot. Who's that girl?
Oh.
Her name is Madonna. Who's that girl? Ooh. And she really liked it. And next thing you know, man, she says, "I'm gonna put you guys on tour because I like you guys so much. I'm gonna put you on tour." We said, "Madonna, stop playing. You lying." Stop. No, I'm serious. I want you guys to come on tour with me. And until we got the schedule and band rehearsal days, we knew it was real.
You know it was
And
real.
we was all like, "Yo," telling people, "Yo, we going on tour with Madonna." Yeah, right.
So this is
man.
after the New Edition tour and all that stuff like that.
After New Edition.
Now it's another scale that y'all didn't even
Right.
imagine.
Right.
Didn't even see coming.
Didn't see that coming. So while we on tour with Madonna, Love Is a House is released in the States. We all in Europe, Italy, Rotterdam, and Love Is a House is in the States, blowing up without us knowing this.
Right.
And next thing you know, we get a call from our management company. "Hey guys, just letting you know, man, Love Is a House is the #1 record in the States right now, man." It's like, what?
Yeah.
We was going so crazy out there, man.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, we get back to the States, and everybody, every radio want to interview us, every radio station.
Right.
Got on Soul Train again.
Okay.
And then we went on a major tour out there.
So let me cut you on this because my mind works. I'm from Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying, and my mind state. You know what I'm saying, is on that Brooklyn-ish. You know what I mean? So y'all on tour with Madonna, right? A few years older than y'all. No, wait.
probably a couple like
Just
2 3 years.
2 or 3 years older than y'all. So who was the player in the group? Like when going on tour? Like who was that dude? Like yo, y'all going to the hotel room? I'm going to get some girls. Who was that dude?
That was Mercury.
That was Mercury.
When Jesse was with us. Jesse was like that when Jesse was with us. It was mainly Mercury. Yo, man. Mercury.
Big
and
shot,
Trisco.
big man Mercury.
And Trisco.
He was the lover
Trisco
man.
too.
Oh, Trisco